All right, this is new, and we're getting some economic data that shows tough times for jobs in Maryland's largest county.
Yeah, so outside of D.C., Montgomery County lost the most federal jobs in our area. And nearly a year later, the number of people who still don't have a job, it continues to rise.
Matt Gregory is talking with county leadership to find out how they plan to turn things around.
Today, Montgomery County's Economic Development Committee got a sober look at the county's unemployment numbers. Now, it's not as bad as they feared, but compared to other DMV counties, Montgomery County hasn't fared as well in recovering from those federal job cuts last year.
For the summer, we did have a joint committee work session.
You don't have to be in this room to know jobs are hard to come by in Montgomery County.
I have a stepdaughter who's looking for a job too, and she's probably going to be on a 6-month search. So
it is more of an expensive place to live, which I think can definitely deter people from wanting to stay in this area.
This is a wake-up call.
Council President Natalie Gonzalez chaired the meeting of the county's Economic Development Committee, which brought some bad news.
Unemployment is still lower than the national level, but it's still not great. So it's not, I cannot be happy, I cannot feel content.
The biggest hits came from the 2025 federal job cuts. Only D.C. itself saw more job cuts in the region than Montgomery County. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, a year later, unemployment has risen more than 1 percentage point in Montgomery County and neighboring Prince George's County. Now, that 1% represents thousands of jobs. But at the same time, look at this graph for Virginia. Counties there have started to level off from job loss.
We cannot continue doing things the way we have done in the past, 2-3 decades. Times have changed.
Fanny Gonzalez says the council this year will have to seriously look at ways to bring in jobs. And that could be anything from incentivizing companies to bring work to the county, looking at regulations and red tape, and driving down housing costs.
Continue building more housing. People don't usually see the connection between jobs and housing affordability, but it's true.
All things for the council to consider as county residents wrestle with what's happening on the ground.
but in terms of professional jobs, I think it is hard. I think it's very hard.
There's another interesting number I want to talk to you about, and that's the Bureau of Labor Statistics numbers on total employment. If you go back 20 years ago to 2006, there are about 20,000 fewer jobs in the county now than there were back then. But when you look at other counties like Prince George's County, they've actually added jobs over that time. In Rockville, Maryland, I'm Matt Gregory, WUSA 9.
Well, that's a sober number there. All right, thanks, Matt.